when I was working as a medical representative in Trichy. I had to go to a place called Karur, which was 80 kilometers from Trichy, and that day was really horrible. Most of the doctors whom I had to meet on that particular day were off to a conference in Delhi, and I could not book orders as expected from the distributors also. And the scorching heat of Karur added to my frustration. I began to curse the doctors, the distributors, and also the heat. The Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. I had to take a bus back to Trichy without fulfilling whatever job I had to do there. With all this frustration, when my mind was waging a war against the world, my mind was startled by a commotion at the bus stand. When I looked out of the bus, I found a small boy selling groundnuts at the bus stand. He was being pushed by a policeman and told that you cannot sell anything here. The policeman pushed that person. From the basket, all the groundnuts fell. The desperate boy was trying to gather all the groundnuts because that was his livelihood. He couldn't gather any. And to my horror, I found the policeman pocketed all the money that this small boy had earned that particular day. I was really angry and frustrated. This poor boy slowly ran and came and sat in the same bus in which I was. Probably he was from a village nearby. He was weeping, he was nodding, his head in desperation because he had lost all the earnings for that particular day. I was angry because I had a bad day, and when I saw this person also had a very bad day, I felt that this whole world is against all people. And added to this, the conductor walked up to the boy and asked, "Give me the money for the ticket." This boy desperately searched his pockets and found only 3 rupees. And the conductor said, "It is 9 rupees to your place." This boy said, "I don't have." You ask the policeman because he has taken whatever I had. I could not look at this boy. He was wearing ragged clothes, right? That means he was from a very poor background, and whatever he earned was needed for his family members. The bus moved. The conductor took the money from the boy and did not issue a ticket. Again, this boy was cheated there also. He took 3 rupees, pocketed it, but did not issue any ticket. He allowed the boy to go to his place. The boy got down, went to his place, and I was there waiting for me to get on at Trichy. But that evening and that night, I was constantly being reminded of what happened that particular day. I was cursing the doctors, the distributors, the policeman, the conductor, and I was pitying the plight of this young boy too. That night, to whomsoever I spoke, I was speaking about this bad day itself. Next day, I had to go back to the same place to meet the same people who were not there to try and book an order, so I boarded the bus again. Not wanting to go, but I had to go. To my surprise, when I reached Karur again, I could find this small boy with the same basket, with another set of groundnuts, selling to whomsoever he can with that vigor and enthusiasm. He taught me a great lesson on that particular day. He said, "Never let your past burden your present." When I recollected, I found that my day was not as bad as it was for this particular boy. But I was brooding, and this person had taken life as a challenge. Right? Friends, you can think one thought at a time. You also have a choice to think whatever thought you want. You can let your past bring you down, or you can think only of the happy memories and take yourself forward. This is what is taught in the Bhagavad Gita. Do your work, do not expect results. And this was actually practically taught to me by this poor boy who would not have read the Bhagavad Gita, nor would anybody have taught him about Bhagavad Gita, but he was actually living the Gita way of life. Friends, let me ask you a question. In 24 hours a day, how many bad moments do we have? Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. But many of us carry only these 2 or 3 bad memories, repeat it in our memory, and create miserable life. Right? So the power is in your hands, gentlemen. Use only the good moments. And whenever you want to break the chain of negativity, what do we do? Right? You have have a chain of negativity going to your mind, what do? Become aware that this negativity has no life of its own. It gains energy only by you constantly thinking about it. Whenever these thoughts arise, just become aware what you are doing. If you are sitting, just sit. If you are walking, just walk. If you are eating, just eat. Do not let these thoughts continuously bother you. Friends, the power is with you. Think good thoughts. Take yourself positively forward, or you can make your life miserable by having just one or two negative thoughts to constantly pull you down. Over to you, Toastmaster.